our first item agenda is approval of minutes from our meeting on September 14th, 2020. Does anyone have any corrections, or is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the September 14th, 2020 meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That is approved. We'll move into our regular meeting now, and our first item is PZ 2020-156, request for certificate of appropriateness to replace siding with 6-inch siding, reduce the number of windows on the front and side from 8 to 4, and change the style of the windows.
I'm gonna pull this down so you can hear me a little better, hopefully. Okay. Mr. Van is requesting permission to replace the siding, remove windows, and replace a few with fewer windows of a different style. And his property is 2275 Angelina Street. Let me go ahead and forward on to a picture. This is pretty much what the house looks like right now. I'm assuming you're out there today. In fact, that was today when you took the picture, right? She took this picture this morning, so it should be pretty much what it looks like. This is what the house looked like before we started changing the siding, replacing windows, and eliminating windows. You can see on the right-hand side, I want you to pay attention also, because we'll discuss this a little bit in the meeting. On the right-hand side, where you can see there's a little bit of a carport, but it's way back to the back of the building. It's kind of in the back. Where if you look today, there's one that comes right up to the front of the building. So if you can see on either side of the front door, there's now one 6/6 window. There were 2 windows on either side of the front door with the 4/1 configuration. The house is more of it's more craftsman originally in nature. It's definitely not pure, craftsman, but what they're doing now, the changes they've made even take it further towards, I guess, that colonial revival look. And we're not totally opposed. I had more pictures and I'll show you in a moment. To going that direction with it. We understand those windows are very difficult to find that they were on the house. What's more, the 6/6 is not uncommon with a colonial, and the siding, the wider siding, probably was not that big an issue, as the many of the colonials had a little wider siding profile or on the structures. We do take issue with the windows being reduced from the 2 windows on each side to 1 small window. The only example we found, and I did include a page of our book for you. If you look at the page that I sent you, there's one house they show on the far left-hand side of the page that you can kind of tell it got cut off a little bit, that there are 2 large picture type windows on either side of the front door. So it's not unheard of to have just the one window on either side, of course, but it shouldn't have been reduced to a smaller, no, I went the wrong way again, smaller window like these were. We are recommending approval of the siding, and let me go ahead and go through all the pictures for you real quick and show you. So this is what it looked like before from the front. This is looking down the side. The siding's done about halfway up, and they've replaced windows just like they did in the front. And they did the windows on both sides of the house. You can see here where they're in mid-work. And that's the siding before and after. And this is what the house looked like before on the side with the double windows. Okay, and this is on the other side of the house. This is what it looks like now. That was this morning. And you can see that carport coming all the way out to the front. And it's kind of hard to get a picture, but you can see that carport does not come all the way out past all those windows. And there were double windows on that side of the house as well, where now there's just one window in each of those locations. So we made some major changes to the house. I don't know, maybe I can go back to the, any preference on which slide I'll leave it on? Maybe this one? Would that one work?
Two things to mention as well is they're not removing the original siding, they're putting the new siding on top.
Correct. I mean, but it's still changing.
And then
You're changing the look from the, to the,
I think all of it, even what we decide today, they will have to do due diligence because they've done everything without building permits.
and that is one thing I did not mention, is they did not get a permit for any of this work. So they were given a stop work order. If permits can be taken out for the siding and for replacing the windows, we're not opposed. We want to recommend approval of the siding. We're recommending approval of the 6/6 windows, and on the sides of the house, I don't think it makes the impact that it does on the front of the house. But on the front of the house, we don't feel that the one small window on either side of the front door does it justice. And our suggestion would be that he either double the window that he has chosen so that there's two side-by-side windows on either side, just like what he has been using, which would probably be the most economical way to approach it, or remove the smaller window and place a much larger picture window on either side of the front door. That would be up to him. As far as the carport goes, we can't vote on it today because we didn't have it on the agenda, but I did want to discuss it with you a little bit and show you that it was not there previously. And we're not sure when it was built, but it did not have any permits either. And I wanted the applicant to hear your opinions on the aluminum carports. So he could make a decision on whether to come back and apply for that carport, which would mean another meeting next month for him and for you on this property, or he could replace it with an appropriate carport, and we could approve that most likely in office, so he doesn't have to come back to the board. So the applicant is here, and do you have any questions of me?
I do have one. The new carport must be much longer than the original.
Yes,
It looks like it's going almost the whole side.
right. So I mean, the original carport was just a very short
Yeah.
little carport that was at the rear of the back end of the property. This new carport, you're right, it appears to go the full length of that side.
Can you show the new elevation?
This one? And we do appreciate that he's trying to fix the house up, and it does look nice. It's just, there's some issues.
Is the siding completed? I mean, is it finished?
He had a stop work order, so he wasn't supposed to do any work beyond the point of the photos that we've showed you.
All right. We'll hear from the applicant. Mr. Dan, you here? state your name and your address and,
I'm gonna help,
sure, come on.
I'm gonna work with
Okay.
Dean with you. Okay. So it's something that you guys don't understand?
But before you get started, would you just
I'm
say
sorry.
both of your names and your addresses for our records, please?
Okay, will do. Good afternoon, all. My name is Calvin Pham. I'm here to translate for
What?
Mr.
Please, your names and your addresses, and then
Okay.
you can get into your presentation.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you.
My name is Calvin Pham. I'm here to discuss about the property on 2275 Angelina Street. Here I have here Mr. Wynn, and go ahead, Mr. Wynn.
Yes, my name is Tian Nguyen. I from this
Could you get a little closer?
yes,
to
this
the
my
mic?
name Mr. Tian Nguyen. Usually, like this house from my wife house, but I'm her husband because my wife she don't speak English really good, and me either. That's why I have to everything. I reach my cousin just try to help me. Training for everything. Like you guys speak. Well, I can hear really well. That's why I reach him over here. Just help me training for from the English to the my language. Thank you, guys.
Okay. So first, I'd like to explain what this renovation. So first of all, he understand that the renovation took place, and it was his lack of knowledge on submit for permits to proceed on the renovation. So we understand that was his lack of responsibility. So he's here want to get some solution to move forward to complete the project. And that we understand the house is still getting a little bit outdated and a little rusted. So he thought of, let's improve the house so that it looks good in the neighborhood, but not knowing the history behind it and all the for example, the historic, the way it looks. So therefore today, he asked, maybe you guys can provide some solution so that we can move forward, and what all he needs to do so that we can all work together and get this project completed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, usually, like the first time we bought that house, we lived that house like over 10 years, and after that, like we leave somebody rent, and after they rent, they mess up my house, and that's why what they say, we try to fix the house to looking good for neighborhood, So I'm very apologize with you guys, but I mistake from my house before, I only put this food there, So it's the one thing I have, me and my wife, very apologize with you guys. So can you guys, do everything you can, just help me out, help me out, look the house, look pretty from my house and the neighborhood too.
Yeah, and also, sorry. Also, this property again, they're at one time that's their place of residence, but they moved out to another location in Beaumont. So for a short period of time, they had temporary folks living there. I don't know who, but they kind of, I guess you could say, they didn't take care of the house well. So that was the reason why the idea of renovating it came along. And again, we want to have a plan going forward, and he's willing to work with whatever plans that, reasonable and seamless so that we, again, get the job done. Mhm.
Anyone have any questions?
Nope, let's get on and help them get it fixed.
You know, any kind of, you pretty much have to have a building permit, even if you're not in the old town.
Agree. Agree. I mean, I know about that, but it was, you know, uncle, he didn't know, so he came along recently, he came to me when the job got stopped, and he was panicking, and he didn't know what was going on, and so I said, okay, you know, we can, you know, work with the city and talk about it, and, get some solution. This is a learning opportunity for him, yeah. So I told him that it's very important, because we all here in Lincoln Town, we don't want our property to get damaged by, you know, just renovated in the wrong way. So I understand.
When did you build the carport?
The car.
When was that added on to and built?
When that carport? Well, I don't know.
Đó là lâu lắm rồi, cái đó hình như lâu lắm rồi, cái sàn đó đó.
Không, cái mà cái đậu xe á. Carport á.
Hình như cái đó là như trước đó là nó có một cái.
Biết rồi, mà bao lâu rồi? How long ago?
Cái đó cũng phải cũng mười mấy năm rồi đó.
Probably over 10 years. Yes, ma'am.
Now, the new part, when did you add on that new part of the carport?
Yeah, that new part, he said over 10 years ago.
On Street View on Google, it shows that it wasn't there.
Oh, really?
Do you think Google is more than 10 years old? I don't know.
I don't know.
I can help a little bit with this. In 2012, it was not there. In 2018, it was there.
Okay. Well, it's
So
somewhere,
between
yeah.
2012 and 2018.
yeah, somewhere around there then.
It's
mean,
been
that-
more than 2 years, we know.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's been there a while, we know.
yeah. So, again, he don't recall exactly when it was installed, so that was just a guess.
Usually, you know, like when the last time and the lady, you know, American people, I try to help her out because they flood the house, and she have nowhere to live, and me and my wife, you know, like try to help her out, but she about 6 months, she don't pay the rent, and my name on the bill, and almost she don't pay gas, water, and the bill, and electric, whatever. So now I gotta go fight with her and take her go to the court like this, like that, you know. And after she move out, like 6 months she don't pay the rent, and the electrician like owe them almost, they don't pay about almost $1,500, and the water about $500 something, and the gas about 300 something. And then, but the electric like my name on there, and the bills. I mean, electric my brother owe electric bill, and I owe the gas and the water. And the city they come over and they suck down all the water, something like that. And then the lady she's still living there, and she come back, she turn on again, and the city come back, you know, turn up the water again. But she's still living there. That's why, you know, like after the court, you know, we go to the course and she moved out. That's why me and my wife, you know, very happy. And then we look all the windows, you know, cracked, everything. So messed up, you know. That's why, you know, me and my wife so hurry.
You're a nice guy, but we deal with the outside of the house.
Oh, okay.
That's what we're here today,
All right, so I'm
is
sorry.
to help find a plan that can help you get the outside on track with us, the
Right.
historical commission.
I agree.
I'm sorry about that, sir. That's all right.
How do we help them?
Well, the windows have got to be changed,
So the two front windows.
at least those. That's got to be corrected. It really has changed the whole to its detriment, I think. It's sad, but it just has ruined the house, the whole, look of that house.
Sort of my quandary in this whole thing, Mr. Van, is that, number one, this commission, as long as I've been a member, which is a lot of years, never allows someone to change the look of the windows on the front of the house, nor do we allow the siding to be changed on the house. The main reason is that we're trying to preserve the history of Beaumont in this neighborhood. And what you've done is you've gone in there and you've completely gone against everything that we would tell you not to do. My deal is that the front of the house should go back to looking like the front of the house used to look, at least the front of the house.
So we can go back with, 4 windows, correct? I think
They need to be the windows like that were on the original house. The 4 narrows over 1 full window. With the same trim that was on, exactly the way that the windows were trimmed out. The same border around the windows.
So,
Mm-hmm.
over one.
Okay.
And the same size windows, not a different size window.
Okay.
These windows are wider than the windows that were on the house. And that's what makes that front elevation not look right.
Right.
It's different from this.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, just gotta make it, similar to, back to the original, design.
I had a before and after picture, I was trying to show them
Okay.
what you were talking about.
You know, you have a continuous sill across both windows.
Yes,
The
yes.
frame around the window is a certain width.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, you will basically just go back and have this, design back in place. And, locate, what was it, 3 on 1 is what this called?
4.
4 on 1. So we have to find,
Do you still have the windows that you took out of the house?
I don't know. You still have these windows?
No, sir, they are the broken and, before.
So
like-
basically, they demoed the window when it was broken, so they, again, didn't think of any thought of restoring. So therefore, it has been demo and, I don't know where it is. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the.
Right. Yeah. So basically, they pretty much, trashed when they took it apart, everything fell apart, so there was no thought of, restoring the windows. So the next step, to get this back, let's try to figure out a way and where and how to, bring this style back again. So I don't know what's the level of complexity of locating these windows again. I don't know that, but,
Well, if you're looking for
we-
cheap windows, they're not gonna be cheap to
yes, sir,
replace.
I agree.
They're not.
Yeah, so what we can do is maybe talk to some of the, home improvement guys and get some ideas and where to get a window similar to the original 4/1, correct?
4/1, the same size
Same size, yeah, so,
as those original windows.
so we have
They're
to.
narrower and taller than these windows.
Okay. So the main thing is just, we can, locate the windows, at least fix the front to look, presentable as a historic neighborhood, correct?
Yes.
With that, we will never allow a carport like was stuck on the side of this house. If you wanna put a carport on the side of this house, it has to have a sloped roof like the house. It has to have
Yeah,
wood columns
right.
on it so that it looks like it was originally part of the house.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you wanted to put them put a aluminum carport. You could put it behind the house, as long
Yeah.
as you can't see it from the street, it can go behind the house.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Now, question, if, do you guys have any, suggestion or any recommendation who he could reach out to, locate the replacement kind windows? That'd be, very helpful.
I'll give you a name here.
And are you wanting them to just replace the front windows or all of them?
I think we can get the front of the house looking back like the front of the house looked.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
just wanna make sure we all understand.
Now, Mr. Levine, if you did want them to restore that siding, they did just place that new siding on top of the original siding. So the original siding is still on the house.
Mhm.
Not sure what shape it is in
Alright.
after the addition.
I'm not opposed with what they have now.
I think the other was preferable, but that's not gonna change the style of the house to leave it.
No, I don't think the siding changes it. So they're not gonna vote on the carport today, but you will have a few choices. You'll need to either remove it
Mm-hmm.
or apply for an appropriate carport. And those are the two choices that we can give you.
Okay.
If it stays, we would eventually have to file charges.
The culvert.
Yeah, you could, if you were to apply to keep it,
Mm-hmm.
it would have to come back to this board.
Right.
And they're trying to tell you that they haven't approved any like that,
Okay.
ever.
But that's it, about how long should you give them some time to, decide if either remove or continue with it, with going through the whole process? When is his deadline to, keep you guys, updated? About how long after today?
How long do you normally give people to take something like that down?
In a reference with the other work that's going on, the permit itself is usually good for 6 months, so I would say in the length of the time of the permit is valid.
Okay. And you will have to get permits for all of the work that you're doing.
Agreed.
You'll have to go back and apply for permits for anything that you've done.
Agreed.
So she's saying if the board is okay, you think that would work, instead of them coming back to you, we give them 6 months to remove the carport,
Or to apply to come in compliance with it.
to fix it or do whatever.
6 months time period.
Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Here's
The rest of
Here's
the
a
work maybe
contact.
might be sooner.
This guy has a bunch of different window lines. He's out of Lake Charles. He's done a bunch of historic buildings for me. So he's got manufacturers that can make a window
Okay.
that matches those. You'll have to have the pictures off of Google to show him what the old windows look like. And he's very helpful, but you know, Tri Supply here in town, since it's somebody else, I'm not advocating that you use any particular person, but I know that that person can replicate those windows.
Okay, okay, so this is all point. I appreciate it.
You're a lucky man, this is one of the best architects in Beaumont, and you just got some good advice.
So he can probably get those windows in wood, or he can get them in vinyl. I don't know that that the commission cares if they're done back in wood or vinyl, because it's not a historic register home. but, he can give you some options.
And what we can do, you know, once we contact these folks and if they can, share with us some of the options, maybe we can, what's available, how soon they can get it, and then we can share with you guys or contact.
I think that you can come back to Adina and,
I will call and then maybe, email it over or something.
Yeah, you just should send it to me,
Yeah.
and show me what you're doing,
Right,
and then we can get it.
yeah, so that.
he'll do shop drawings for you that shows exactly the size and,
And we can use those documents and share it, you know, and to get approval, and then once it's approved, then we'll go ahead and move forward and get the permit and get it installed. So that it'll be seamless, we don't have to go through this again.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, you know, and again, I appreciate it.
sure,
Yeah, that's nice to handle.
you're welcome, thank you.
That's my background too.
Oh, really? Now, if you, this is, I'm gonna give you this too. This is from those same, that
Okay.
company is in Gainesville,
Okay.
Texas.
Yes, sir.
And they have some windows that they've reclaimed from an old house
Right?
that are that's the upper sash.
Yeah.
And then the bottom sash is just all open, so they may have 4 windows that you might be able to get for a better price than buying brand new ones.
Yeah, okay.
So it gives you another option. Antique Lumber out of Gainesville, Antique Lumber Company out of Gainesville, Oklahoma, Gainesville, Texas.
Thank you, Texas, right here.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Antique lumber company.
Mhm.
Okay, well, you're good, you're starting point.
So that's another option for you.
Appreciate it, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay.
All right, we'll ask for, if we don't have any more discussion, we'll ask for a motion.
I make a motion that the 2 front windows are replaced to replicate the original 4 windows, the 4 over 1 pane,
Siding.
and that the siding be replaced to reflect the original.
I think that we're okay with
Yeah,
them
okay, the
remaining,
siding,
if that's what you're.
okay. And that the siding, as has been replaced on the house remains.
Let me just clarify that, so everyone is okay with the windows that are on the side of the house, those are approved. So the windows on the side of the house, the siding is approved, we'd like to get the front windows put back the way that they were. Okay, we got a motion and a second. Got a motion, I need a second. Oh, you got a second? Okay, we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, thank you very much.
We thank you, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for your time and the solution, and we'll get rolling.
All right.
And then
Thank you.
we'll stay in touch with the, what's your name?
Miss Adina.
Dina? Adina. We'll stay in touch with Adina, and as soon as we locate 4 windows to be replaced, and then discuss about the trimming and the complete part.
Apply
replacement.
for your permit.
Yes, sir, and
That is a condition, I would say, is that none of this is good unless you apply for the permit.
yes, and what we get all the inventory, the window and all that. Once that's complete, then we'll apply for the permit to proceed on the work.
Again, this is me.
Adina. I'm Calvin. All right. We got guys, so we're good?
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you, y'all have a great evening.
You too.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
too.
Merry Christmas.
All right, our next item of business is Historic District Code Enforcement Report.
Long awaited.
Don't miss me that much.
She's got a very good, very cute reason why she.
Yes. So, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit, and I'm not gonna give a full breakdown like I usually do, cause there's just too many numbers.
July, before I left out, the ending number for July was 202 inspections for the district. In August, while I was out, there was 92 inspections done for the district, and this was no new notices were issued. It was follow up on everything that I had been working on. September, same thing, 141 re-inspections on stuff that was already issued. October, I returned in the end of October, there were 37 new notices issued in the last 2 weeks of October, but 148 total inspections for the month. November, we were back rolling, and there was 166 inspections total, with 37 new notices issued for November. December this month, we're only into 40 re-inspections, but 43 new violation notices issued for the month. Are there any questions or concerns going on with anything in the district?
I have a question.
Sure.
On 7th Street, and I wanna say it's, north, there's a guy with a gray house that we told he needed to change those windows about 8 months ago.
Mhm.
What's going on with that?
He's replaced the windows, and he did get a CA to paint the house.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else, guys? Nope. Well, that's all I got for you. Till next time. Nothing super exciting happening in there. Well, the baby, yes. Do I need to show the baby? Thank you. We went to the doctor this morning actually for her 4-month checkup. She is 13 pounds and 9 ounces,
Oh, she's
which is
good.
what my older daughter weighed at 6 months. So. Okay, that was perfect.
So cute.
Pass it around. This was.
Oh, cute. Oh, she's so cute.
Why don't you get her a big bow?
Yeah, my nose not quite big enough. Yeah, that one is actually my husband's, a friend that my husband works with. His wife makes those.
Yes.
So
Well,
we
she's
ordered
got a
one.
bow, she's gonna have to grow into the bow.
The bigger the bow, the closer to heaven.
I think so, yeah,
Yep,
just like our big hair.
all right. We will stand adjourned. Thank you.
Good job, Don.
Thank you. Adina, on our next meeting, could we, have an item in our meeting that commends Ms. Broussard for her service?
Good idea.
Maybe you all can write up something about how many years she served, but it'd be nice to put it in our minutes.
Yes, it would. Anything else, good to see you? Tell me, good to see you, Riley.
Yeah.
Mr. K, have a good day, you all. Oh,
You know, since Ravon's not there anymore, that I'm a phone call away, so if you need something, you give me a call. I've always got a bunch of people around that are doing work on old houses, so I know a few good people that can help if you need it. All right, good to see you.
Good job, guys.
All right, good to see you. Nice seeing you.
That was short and sweet, but I did so good.
I've heard they'll talk about the meetings last forever, so I told George, I was like, I don't know when I'll be home.
Oh,
Oh,
hey, that's good. Now go shopping.
Yeah, exactly.
Go do something, go get
you
a
could
cake
go
or
hang,
manicure.
yeah, go hang out at a bar.
He said that this before. Okay, so what are we gonna do about the car?
I insist on my wife that those done regularly.
The car.
What about the house?
Well, I'm waiting for another,
Service call? You already did the service call?
yeah, oh, yeah, he's trying to,
Is it the TJ Morgan company? That's what they send to us.
I don't know, but I love the guy.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah, really nice guy, and he's had a son with him that he's training.
Oh, dear.
Said he's gonna have to take it over, he better still learn how to run it. Love you.
Adina, I'm gonna call y'all and give you a name. So when we redid our house, the one on 2380 Gladys was telling you about that has a commission, my husband added some windows in the back and he got them at a place in Zavala. He also matched all the trim on the inside and he had to replace some siding on the outside and they had it all.
Okay.
I mean, they had the exact same,
Yeah, we always appreciate
Town
it being
molding.
like that.
there's also a place in Galveston and, the Galveston Historic Commission runs. I'm gonna give you that number too.